Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Heartslayers. You are here with Derrick Acosta and
Meg Turner.
We are the Heartslayers, and today we're going to be taking calls, answering emails, and solving all of your relationship drama problems. So, without any further ado, let's get it started. All right, everybody, we are here with Non-Solo. Non, you are talking to Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's up?
Hey guys, so my girlfriend and I, we're sort of postgraduates at university. We're having a great time together, but we're in a place where like the finances aren't as high as they could be if we had full-time jobs and things like that. So I just pretty much wanted to ask for ideas for dates and stuff like that you can sort of do on the cheap, but still have like a good time with each other, you know?
Oh, that's a good question.
Cheap date ideas that are still fun.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say, Meg?
That's a great question. Okay, this is like kind of cheesy.
Okay.
But like, go on like a cute little picnic in the park.
We did that last week.
Oh, cool.
They've
How
already
was it?
they've
Was it
already
fun?
done that.
But was it fun?
It was good, yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm from New Zealand. I live in Wellington,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
the capital.
What's
There's
the
lots
weather?
of cool stuff around, but like everything in New Zealand is kind of pricey. So
Right. Is it like summer there right now?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. I guess you could. I'm sure you guys have gone to the beach, spent a day there, walking around. What
Yeah.
about like? How about doing some arts and crafts together? Getting some painting supplies and going and painting portraits in the
paint
park.
portraits of each other in the park.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. We're both pretty like art savvy. I paint miniatures and stuff, but I've never thought about getting like a canvas or something and actually doing some.
Yeah, I'm trying to
proper-
think of some of the dates I went on when I was
Yeah.
younger and more poor. I definitely got some canvases from Michael and Michael's Arts and Crafts Supply over here, and we did some amateur painting, which, you know,
God, that would be fun. That would be a laugh. You can like
Yeah.
remember the date by looking at the.
yeah, it's kind of
picture
romantic. I think the girl I gave the painting to kept it for a long time as a
Yeah.
token of our love. I don't know. It's probably been burned
Awesome.
and smashed now.
I know that if you go online, sometimes if you search like free events, like if there's a farmer's market going on or like maybe a music festival, sometimes those are free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like going window shopping.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know how expensive gas is, but I too just like to drive around in a car listening to music, taking roads I've never been on, and just kind of
Yeah.
exploring the territory together.
Yeah.
I actually had this girlfriend once, and we would drive to rich neighborhoods and just look at the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just drive around and be like, look at that house. Look at that house. And it was really fun. Just I don't know. It was kind of sad because I wanted to live in these houses. But it was
Or, you know, kind of like on the same like hand, you could go to open houses. Like
I would never do that.
they have free food and shit.
Free food,
I've
that's-
never done it, but I know that that's a thing.
They
That's
have to
next
dress up
level.
like real Yo-Pros to
Yeah.
pull that off. They're probably
Oh
like,
yeah,
look at
just
this one.
completely go in character. It could be fun.
I have always, I don't want to do that because they're going to be like, so are you interested in buying a home? And be like, no, just
No,
here for the
I'm
free
just here
food.
for the free cheese.
We're just on a date. You know, it's really about spending time together. And so if you guys can find something that both of you have never done before, it really doesn't matter what it is because you're kind of both in it together, experiencing it for the first time. So it
Yeah,
can be
for
as
sure.
simple as just driving around to places that neither of you have been to and just looking at it.
Yeah.
Or going hiking and exploring the wilderness together.
That's true. I like going
Yeah.
to like antique or vintage stores and just looking around or like bookstores.
Yeah, I like doing that too. That's why I was suggesting going window shopping. You don't need to buy anything, but it's fun to
Yeah.
look sometimes.
We go to op shops a lot as well, which are vintage
Yeah.
stores. Again, Wellington is like this sort of place. It's really sort of it's like clicky and it's real, it's real cool. So it's like vintage shops always cost more than like, established labels and stuff like that. But we still, I probably make this image out like I'm like totally impoverished, which isn't true at all. But,
No,
but,
no.
You just sound normal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that
But,
out
I
here
mean,
too.
yeah. Your guys' advice is real good though with like the painting and like the going around places and stuff. Like I moved here when I came to university is when I moved here, but my girlfriend's lived here her whole life, and like there are loads of cool. I don't know if you guys have seen any photos of Wellington or anything like that before, but
Yeah.
there are lots of cool like sort of scenery and places to go and things like that. And she has a car, so I'm sure we could sort stuff out like that if we just threw in some money for petrol and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
you know what I would suggest? My last suggestion: go on Reddit and look up Wellington on Reddit. Find the Wellington subreddit and see what people suggest, because you'd be amazed. I've lived in San Diego my whole life, but only recently I found out about all these natural places and features of San Diego that I just was totally unaware of
Yeah,
existed
places to
here.
explore.
Yeah.
There's like a multiple like war battlefields here in San
Really?
Diego.
Oh, shit.
Some of them date back
Jeez.
to like the American Civil War, and I had no clue. I'd lived my whole life here. There's like graveyards
Yeah.
and all kinds of cool historical stuff that's just been here for hundreds of years that I was unaware of. So, I'm sure you have that
Yeah.
stuff in your area as well that neither of you even knew was around.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, so check it
Cool.
out.
Yeah, great. I will do. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks for the
Yeah.
call. Non-solo.
Yeah.
Take it easy. All right, everybody. We are back on the phone here with an anonymous caller. Anonymous caller, you are talking to Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's up?
Well, I've broke up with my girlfriend maybe 7 months ago, and it has been hard because it took me 3 years for her to tell me that I was just a side guy to her, and it was really weird.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, she's in a toxic relationship, and she don't know how to leave it because the guy is suicidal and stuff. I don't know. So I was like, well, if you cannot choose, I'll just choose for you and I'll leave, and that's how it is.
So you broke up with her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that was 7 months ago. And how are you feeling about it now?
Well, it does hurt because, you know,
You miss her?
mm, well, we did message each other recently asking if we still have strong feelings to each other, and we just said yes. And she replied, "Yeah, I do have strong feelings for you too. I'm sorry," and that's it.
Okay. So what's the
Yeah.
problem?
Well, I have no idea. I just cannot be there when there's someone else, basically.
Have you told her that?
Well, I did, and
Yeah.
she doesn't know how to choose and what to do. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
her father.
Yeah.
I kind of choose for her, you know?
Okay. I got the answer for you.
Do you?
Yeah. This is my advice to you, anonymous caller.
Yeah.
Women, females, they like strong men.
Yeah.
Emotionally
All right.
strong and confident men. And you just need to cut through the bullshit and tell her, hey, listen, I feel strongly about you, I care about you, and I want to be with you. And I think that I'm the right guy for you. Dump that other guy who doesn't care about you and come be with me. And see what she says. If you said that to her, what do you think she would say?
Actually, I kind of said the similar thing to that. Just I didn't tell her to dump him. I just said, go with what your heart goes with. And she feels like she needs to give him love because he still loves her. Blah blah blah.
See,
Very
that was
love
your
and shit.
mistake.
Yeah.
You left it
gave
open.
her the option.
You gave her the option. It was this wishy-washy, like go with what your heart tells you. She's been going with what her heart tells her. And
Well, I also don't feel like it was fair to him because he said it took her 3 years to tell him that he was a side piece.
well,
3.5.
I don't know what was
Actually-
going on in your guys' relationship. Did you
Well,
think that you were
thing
the only
is-
person in her life for those 3 years?
Yeah, she never talked about anything, and for 3 years we were, really close. We meet each other like once a week every 3 months, I would say. And I've never seen anyone. I've never expected that she would have someone, and she was one
Wait
day
a
she was like,
second.
"Oh, I feel yeah."
Let me ask you something. Did you see each other once a week, or did you see each other every 3
No,
months?
for a week every 3 months.
Oh, okay. And then what was going
Yeah.
on for the other 11 weeks?
We were just, online, probably talking.
Oh, so she
24
lived far
hours.
away from you?
Yeah. Probably
Okay.
6 hours flight. Yeah,
How far away did she live?
6 hours of flight.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
yeah. I guess it makes sense that, she's spending a majority of her time not with you. I mean, she
but
should have told you that she was in another
Oh,
relationship,
absolutely.
but maybe
well,
you know,
we've been talking like she wakes me up in the morning, we sleep in the night, we talk the whole day, we play, we blah blah blah, watch everything, but well, just like suddenly she was like, "Yeah, I feel bad, but I should tell you this. I still have someone else, but he's not in this house with me, but he's still my boyfriend or whatever." So I asked her, "So I'm a side guy?" She was like, "Technically, yes." I was like, "I don't like that."
yeah. I
Yeah.
think maybe you were feeling outraged, and that heightened emotional state may have led you to act a little bit hasty.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm,
the scales were tipping more towards you, or they would have at the time. But from what you
uh,
say in your story, you were the one who walked away. It sounds like she was willing to continue the relationship with you.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, I don't know. I might got a bit angry, but I tried to fix it as fast as I could. Didn't even take me like 5 minutes,
yeah.
but she didn't like that. So.
Okay, well, you know what? I think that you need
Mhm.
to do a little bit of self reflection and figure out what you really want, and be honest with yourself and be honest with this girl. If you want to be in a long distance relationship with her and it's exclusive, tell her that. Just don't give her an option. Don't say follow
I
your heart. Just say, this is what I want, and let her know.
Well, yeah, what I want is too much sometimes. I cannot tell someone what I want. I started working because of her. I wanted to get a house for her and I, but that didn't work because in the process of that, she just fucking threw that bomb on me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can
Yeah.
always tell somebody what you want. They don't have to
Yeah, they don't have
agree
to agree. And
or bend to your
Yeah.
will, but by not telling her what you want, in a way, you're not being completely honest. You're hiding your true feelings from
Mm.
her. And then how is she supposed to make a correct decision when she doesn't even know how you really feel?
right.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
But why I say be honest with
mm,
yourself, maybe you don't really want to be with this girl. Maybe you like the idea of the relationship you had, but that relationship is no
no,
longer possible, and you're kind of
not
upset
really.
because you wish you could go back to it, and you just can't. And if that's the case, cut her off and find a new girl who wants you
Yeah.
to be the main guy. Because you know what?
And who's honest with you.
Yeah, anonymous caller. You're
Mhm.
you're worth it. You deserve to have a
Thank
girl
you.
who fucking loves you and just wants to be with you and doesn't want any other guy. And that girl is out there. And if you're hung up on this original girl who is not that person, you might be missing the opportunity for the relationship that you really want.
Yeah.
So you just need to be honest with yourself,
Yeah.
figure out what you really want, and then pursue it relentlessly. Don't compromise what you want. Just go for it.
All right, that's pretty nice to think about it before. Didn't reflect on myself, but I
Yeah.
guess that's
That's my
right.
advice to you. Just, you
Yeah,
know
'cause,
what? Stop thinking about what the girls want. Just think
mm,
about what you want.
Yeah,
Be a little bit
focus on yourself.
selfish. Yeah, it's okay to be a little bit selfish.
all right.
You'll feel better. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah, I feel that was actually a good session. I'm actually surprised.
Cool. Well, we appreciate the call.
Well,
Uh,
thank you guys for thank you guys for your time.
all right.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Good luck. Take it easy. Okay, everybody, we're going to take an email now. If you have a question, please email heartslayers at mega64.com. This question reads, Hello, Heartslayers. I am 21 and have recently come in contact with a girl who's 18 that I think I have genuine feelings for the first time since getting out of a long-term, abusive relationship. I started talking to this girl through Tinder a little under a month ago, and we've grown rather close in that time. There are only two problems I'm currently facing. One, she is an hour and a half away from me, and neither of us currently drive. Could this be considered a long-distance relationship? Or is it feasible? How great can the distance be in a relationship before it becomes an inconvenience or even a major roadblock? I, of course, plan on learning to drive soon, but right now we're looking at Ubers and meeting halfway. Number 2, I find myself being starved for attention constantly. I'm a bit of an introvert and I don't do much besides work and stay home out of choice. She is very social and frequently hangs out with friends, and she also sleeps a fair amount, causing my priority to take a back seat. I completely understand this considering we only started talking a couple weeks ago, but I am used to constant contact in a relationship, and being dropped in the middle of a conversation or going the whole day without being texted makes me feel really shitty. I really do like this girl, and I am to believe she reciprocates completely. Are these things that will clear up as I become a higher priority in her life? Am I being too dependent? Do I just need to learn how to be alone better? Thanks, N. Okay, so met a girl on Tinder a few months ago after a long, abusive relationship. They live an hour and a half away from each other, and neither of them drive.
That's a problem.
He's wondering if that's a long-distance relationship.
Yeah.
That's part 1. Part 2, he's antisocial. She is social.
But she also sleeps a lot.
Yeah, she's a social sleeper. And he feels like he doesn't get enough attention from her.
Right.
So.
All right, so
part
issue
1.
Number 1.
Fuck yeah, that's a long-distance relationship.
If you're Ubering, even halfway, that's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, because you have to go there, and then you have to Uber home.
Even just like Ubering from my house to the airport's like $20.
Yeah, and that's like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
So let's think 90 minutes. Halfway would be 45 minutes. That's 4.5 roughly times as expensive as your trip. So we're looking at like $80 one way.
No, like round trip, maybe $80.
I think it's $80 for, okay, if it's 45 minutes, probably $50.
Yeah.
And then $50 to get home.
Either way, roughly like $100.
$100 just in travel cost.
Oh my God.
Not considering what you're doing, but you guys aren't going to a house to hang out because you're meeting halfway.
Right.
So you're going to be going out to eat or going to the movies or spending more money.
Oh, fuck.
So you're looking at maybe $200.
Yeah, and you're 21, she's 18.
Every time you want to hang out with this girl. Yeah, and she's going to have to pay $200 too.
There's no way.
Unless you're paying for the date.
There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, so that is an inconvenience. And just to be clear, if you had a car, maybe you could pull it off.
Yeah.
The thing with a long distance relationship, and is it the matter of is it inconvenient or not, it's all subjective to your situation.
Exactly.
If this was no big deal for you, then it's fine. But it seems like for your situation, you're going to need to find somebody who's like a 10-minute drive from you.
Yeah.
Or a 30-minute walk.
Right.
And
especially because he mentioned always having to be in constant contact and everything.
Yeah.
You don't sound like a good candidate for a long distance relationship.
Yeah, long distance relationships, you cannot be in constant contact with somebody because it's just going to be like, what are you doing? And they're going to respond with, I'm doing the same thing I was doing an hour ago.
I'm at work.
Yeah, just not hanging out with you face to face. I can't just keep
Yeah.
updating you on the same stuff.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, and what'd you do today? I did the same thing I did yesterday. I'm not hanging out with you, and it's making me sad because I wish you were here to cuddle with me. So I'm watching Netflix and
By
I'm
myself.
cuddling with this teddy bear, or
Yeah.
I'm going out with my friends.
Right.
And if she's going out all the time, there is a definite chance for jealousy to develop.
Yeah, because he even mentioned he feels shitty if she drops the conversation midway, throughout the day.
Yeah.
Or she's too busy sleeping to talk to him or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just don't think that this is a healthy environment for that kind of relationship for you.
Yeah, and to be honest, and I don't judge, but I'm just gonna talk straight to you, emailer. It sounds to me, based on your email, that you have jumped the gun a little bit on this relationship.
Yeah.
And you're moving a little bit too quickly. You guys met on Tinder, but you haven't really spent a lot of time together, I know, because you have this huge distance between you.
Yeah.
And you only communicate in text message. I'm assuming you don't do phone calls. And you're starting to feel like you need constant attention in this relationship, but it still sounds like a new relationship.
Is it even a relationship too? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the thing. And let me just say, clinginess or neediness isn't attractive.
Yeah.
If anything, it'll drive girls away.
It'll drive guys away too.
Well, absolutely. I'm just people in general.
Totally. So, my advice to you about not getting enough attention, I think you should, if you really like this girl, you can still date other people locally because this relationship, I don't think you guys are not exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've had that conversation and you are exclusive, then I definitely think you've moved too fast.
Yeah.
I don't think you're at the level where you should be exclusive. And I get it. Like sometimes you meet somebody and they live far away and you feel like that's the best person for me.
Right.
But if it's still an early relationship, you can still be meeting other people and seeing what is available to you that, in your own neighborhood that's more convenient.
Yeah, and you guys are both so young.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want to kind of like tie yourself down, especially in this kind of situation.
And I like to think that people are attracted to types. So if you like somebody, I'm sure you can find another person who is more apt and available to be dated by you that has those same personality traits.
Right.
They're not going to look exactly the same, but maybe they have the same interests. Maybe they have the same style. Maybe they have the same sense of humor.
Right.
There's things that you look for in the people that you date that are common amongst all of them because that's the type of person you're attracted to.
Absolutely.
So my advice to you is to wheel it back a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of cool it a little bit.
Yeah, let this girl miss you a little bit. Maybe you should start dropping her in the conversation and have her thinking like, why isn't he talking to me? I really like him.
Yeah, sleep a little bit more.
Yeah, and get back on Tinder and find somebody, within a 5-mile radius of where you are.
Yeah, lower that distance on there.
And final thing, just to be honest, if she's social and loves going out and you don't,
that's a bad match.
yeah, that's probably not going to be a good relationship.
Yeah, because even if you guys lived in the same city, there would be conflict there. Because she'd want to go out, you'd want to stay home, you'd get into an argument.
Yeah, you need to find a homebody.
Yeah.
Somebody who just wants to Netflix and chill.
Totally.
Who's within walking distance.
Yeah.
Thanks for the email. Good luck. Okay, everybody, we're going to take another email here. This one says, hello, Heartslayers. So, I haven't really had a relationship yet that wasn't some long-distance bullshit. So I'm a bit inexperienced. I'm only 20, but I know women are attracted to guys who are mature, confident, and have their shit together, relatively speaking. I kind of just got out of a long-distance relationship with someone who is quite manipulative, so I'm really questioning myself at this point. So, how will I know when I'm at the point where I'm good enough to start dating? Anon.
Well, congratulations on getting out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Because that can be difficult sometimes.
This is what I want to say to Anon. Mm-hmm. All 20-year-olds wonder if they are good enough for anything they're doing.
Yeah.
All 20-year-olds feel like they're really passionate, they're really smart, they have unbelievable things to offer the world. Yet at the same time, people don't understand them or people don't take them seriously. And they wonder, like, is the world going to accept me? Is the world ready for who I am? Mm-hmm. That is a super common feeling for people in their 20s.
Yeah.
I remember feeling that when I was in my 20s and I took a psychology class and my textbook said, like, do you feel this way? And I was like, holy shit, this is describing my life.
How do you know?
And then the textbook is like, yeah, this is a common feeling for people in their 20s. And I was like, it was a wake-up call for me, and I realized, I'm just going through the typical life experience. Yep. This is something everybody has to go through.
Yeah.
So the question was, I just got out of a relationship. It was super manipulative. Mm-hmm. How will I know when I'm ready to start dating again? There's no clear answer to that.
Right.
When I was 20, I did not have good relationships. They came and went, and I kind of messed a lot of them up. Mm-hmm. That's common too. So not being experienced, not yet having found the proper relationship, you're not abnormal for that.
No, and even if you're younger or older than 20, you know when you know.
Yeah.
Because after I got out of that long relationship, I was like, I don't know when I'm ready to date. And then just one day I was like, I think I'm ready.
Yeah. Exactly. And he has this question. Well, it wasn't really a question, but he says, I know girls like guys who are mature and confident and have their shit together. And they do.
Right.
But don't mistake confidence and maturity and having your shit together for somebody who has accomplished things in the world.
Right.
Because there's a lot of, when you're 20 years old, you probably don't have a lot of achievements to show off to a potential date.
Exactly.
You probably don't have this great career. You're probably not making a ton of money. You're probably not the most popular guy in your school.
Yeah.
What girls are looking for is somebody who is just cool with themselves. Somebody who just enjoys the life that they have for what it is, and they accept it for what it is.
Yeah, like somebody who like has goals and aspirations.
Yeah. Confidence is just about being at peace with yourself and moving through life and accepting who you are and where you are in life and not really fretting about it. Not being like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm doing bad at school. Am I going to drop out? No.
Or just like, I'm sad.
Yeah, that too. Because you know what? Any girl you're going to meet secretly on some small level, she's going to have those same fears and anxieties.
Absolutely. Oh my God. And nobody, especially at 20, has their shit together.
Yeah. Anybody you meet, they're also going to be wrestling with that fear of insecurity and am I doing the right thing in life? And so if you're the type of person who is always talking about that and exuding this fear, you're going to bring out the worst in that person. Why girls like guys that are mature and confident is because they have a calming effect on the girl.
Yeah, it makes her feel like, oh, well, I can do it too.
Yeah, like this guy doesn't have a great job, but he seems to be really happy and he seems to really be enjoying his life. And that makes me feel like maybe I can be happy and enjoy my life even if I don't have a great job.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So my advice to you, how are you going to know when you're ready? Just be alone for a while.
Yeah.
They always say that it's going to take at least half the time of the duration of the past relationship to get over it. Meaning, if you dated somebody for a year, it's probably going to take 6 months to get over them. If you dated somebody for 10 years, it might be 5 years before you're truly over that person.
Absolutely.
Luckily, you're 20 years old, so I know you weren't dating somebody for 5 years. So maybe you're dating for a year, maybe 2 years. Give yourself 6 months or 8 months and just find the things that make you happy. Figure out how to be cool with yourself in your current situation. Find hobbies that you like, really work on your own personality. Take this time to define who you are and who you want to be. And maybe the person you are and the person you want to be are not the same person. But when you figure those two things out, you can start bridging that gap.
Totally.
You can start working towards like, you know what? I'd like to be better at skateboarding. And then you go buy a skateboard and you practice skateboarding. And then you meet a girl and she's like, I'm into skaters. You're like, well, guess what?
Check this out.
I skateboard. And she's like, wow, this guy's so confident about his skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's a stupid example. It's a silly example, but it can be anything. It can be any hobby.
And like, you never know who's going to come into your life. So at any point it could be, oh, I just connected with this person. I think I'm ready to date.
Yeah. And self-doubt and depression will fuck you up in that. There are so many people in your life right now that you may not even be aware of who are into you.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah, there might be girls at school who look at you every day and they go, I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to approach him because I'm nervous and I don't know if I'm ready to date because I just got out of a relationship. And if you're just so in your own head about, oh, I'm thinking about this girl who broke my heart and I'm kind of sad today. One, you might be putting off being, kind of a turn off to those girls who otherwise would be into you.
Right.
Or maybe they're not even picking up on that energy and they're like trying to make eye contact with you, trying to get your attention in subtle ways, and you're just oblivious to it.
Yeah.
So becoming happy and becoming just okay with who you are, you're going to start noticing that a lot more relationship opportunities are magically going to start popping up in your life.
Totally.
Meg agrees.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you for the email, anonymous emailer. Good luck. Okay, everybody, we are back here on the phone with Anu. Anu, you are talking to Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's up?
Great. Thanks for taking the call. So I was planning on calling in about a different issue, but something else came up, which I want to get you guys' opinion on.
Okay.
So I was getting lunch at this sandwich shop, just like a local chain. And I get like a sandwich to go. I guess like the number 7 or something. And so I take it off. I'm not planning on eating it for a while. It's like 2 hours later, I'm taking it out of the bag. And I notice on one of the napkins in the bag that like the cashier was this girl behind the counter who wrote her number on it with like a little call me, like smile.
Nice.
This is a foreign situation to me. I'm not totally sure how to handle it. I did call her, mustered up the courage to do that last night, but we only just like basically confirmed each other's identities, and she said like, "Oh, her roommate was something," and so like we texted.
You're breaking up a little bit, Anu. What did she say to you? What did you guys talk about?
Oh, not much. Very brief conversation. She said like her roommate was in the room or something and she couldn't talk. So we texted a little bit last night, but not much.
Okay.
So I'm kind of wondering like, I don't know what is like the process here. This is a new situation for me. I didn't know people did this. This seems like a movie thing.
Right.
You know?
Oh, it happens. What is the process here?
Oh man. Well,
Before I answer your question, can I tell you a personal story?
Please.
Oh, please.
Ages ago, long ago, I worked at a bookstore in the mall. And there was a Macy's in the mall, and there was this really cute girl who worked at Macy's. And every once in a while, I'd walk past Macy's, and I'd be like, there's that cute girl. And after a while, she started coming to the bookstore, and I was like, there's that girl from Macy's who's so cute. And, eventually she came up to me, and she mustered up the courage to talk to me, and she's like, hey, what's up? And we chatted for a little bit, and she gave me her number. And it was kind of the same situation that you're talking about. Like, we just met casually in the workplace, and I got her phone number, and that was it. I barely knew her.
Oh.
So I called her a little bit, and every time I would call her, it was awkward.
Yeah.
And, I felt like we weren't really connecting, but I really thought she was cute. I really kind of liked her. I wanted it to work. So eventually I was able to say, like, we should go bowling sometime.
Okay.
And so we went bowling, and I went by myself because I was thinking, like, all right, this is going to be a date.
Yeah.
And when I showed up, she had brought her friend along with her. And it was the most annoying friend. Like, this girl was, like, talking and being annoying and making fun of me. And they were like,
God.
I honestly felt like they were kind of doing their own thing. And I felt maybe like the odd man out, like the third wheel.
Yeah.
So after that, I thought, like, okay, maybe she doesn't like me. Maybe I blew it somehow. Maybe I was too awkward. And the whole thing kind of fizzled. I don't want that to happen to you, Anu.
No.
I don't want that to fizzle for you. What I realized later on in life, and talking to my friends and thinking about it for years, clearly this girl liked me.
Yeah.
And she was probably just as nervous as I was.
That's why she brought a friend.
I wanted to bring a friend too.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have, but I didn't. And I kind of judged her for bringing a friend.
Yeah.
And I made all these assumptions like, oh, she must not like me, when the fact of the matter was she was nervous and she only knew me from the mall. She didn't know if I was a weirdo or a creep.
Right.
And I should have taken it in stride, but I let it get inside my own head.
Yeah.
And I think, to answer your question and give you advice, the worst thing you could do in this situation is get inside your own head and overthink the situation and kind of mess it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
What were you going to say? Did you have more to add?
No. Just that's like my MO is like overthinking stuff. So,
Absolutely.
Let's not do that.
So this is all you need to think about. Clearly, this girl likes you. She likes you. I mean, writing your number on a napkin and slipping it into a stranger's bag, I don't think she's doing that very often.
No.
I would say
Okay, but question though.
Okay.
I haven't gone to this shop that much. Like, it's not like I've recognized this girl. So it's kind of like, that's why it really caught me off guard, because it's not like, oh, that girl who I've seen a couple times slipped me a thing. It was like, I have no idea who this person is.
I know. This is new territory for you. Okay, I'm going to give you another piece of advice here before I get back to what I was just saying. don't think about what you should do in this situation. Think about what the coolest guy in the world would do in this situation, and then do that. I used to tell myself, like, me, Derrick Acosta, I'm a dork. I'm not a ladies' man. I'm not suave. I don't know how to interact in this situation. And this is going to sound extremely nerdy and probably prove my point that I'm a dork. I used to think to myself, what would Bruce Wayne do?
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, not Batman. Batman fights crime. Bruce Wayne is the millionaire playboy who always has a date and always seems to say the right thing and is always self-assured. And honestly, sometimes before sending a text message, I would try to get into the mentality of the millionaire playboy, Bruce Wayne. Like, is this too clingy? Is this too cool? Like, how would Bruce Wayne handle this situation? I'm not saying you need to emulate a comic book character, but try to help you get out of your own headspace and not overthink it. Play it like a video game, man. Imagine how a different person who is a ladies' man, a different person who could handle this situation perfectly, how would they act?
Yeah, because you said you don't know this person, so you really don't have anything to lose.
You have nothing to lose.
True.
And I think really for me and the Macy's girl, I was putting the cart before the horse. I was thinking, like, I like this girl. She must like me. Are we going to start dating? This is a date. Yeah. We're going to start dating. And and then it was like, well, was that a date? I don't know. Yeah. I was like going back and forth. I was really putting too much pressure on myself and putting her on a pedestal.
Oh, yeah, just be so casual about it.
Yeah, keep it casual. Keep it cool. This is just the cool sandwich girl who has a crush on you, and it makes you feel good. And you know what? Maybe something will happen. Maybe something won't. But just have fun talking to her, and that is the best way.
Yeah, just keep in communication. Keep texting her.
Yeah.
Just go get some sandwiches. Maybe she'll give you a free sandwich.
Get free sandwiches, definitely. These are the things you need to convey in your communication with her.
Yeah.
You're a funny dude. You're a fun dude. And you don't care too much if she never talks to you again.
Exactly.
That's the most attractive way you could present yourself, and she is going to find you irresistible.
Okay. So, then a concrete question.
All right.
How do I go about, like, setting up, like, should I say we should meet up at a certain point, like in the coming week or something? Or are you guys saying, like, keep it, like, on the... I don't know. What should I do?
Yeah, I would like keep texting her, and then if you guys clearly have a connection and like you enjoy talking to her, just ask her like, hey, like if you have a night off, like maybe we should grab some dinner or something.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good advice. I would say, try to work in a suave comment about sandwiches somehow.
Okay.
Hey, if she's laughing, if you're making her laugh and feeling great, she's definitely going to want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Some sandwich banter.
When was the last time you talked to her?
We, again, this happened yesterday.
Oh,
right.
So,
and you called her immediately?
I called her that night. Yeah.
Okay. How long did you guys talk for?
Like a minute.
1 minute?
Less than, possibly.
She
said, like, my roommate's in the room, I'll text you. So then we texted a little bit.
Okay. I actually have a skill. Not everybody has. I'm great at talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. For whatever reason, when I was in high school, I could just call up people. I never had a girlfriend in high school, but I had a lot of best friends that were girls, and I would just become really close to them because I just call them on the phone and just be like, hey, what's up? And they'd be like, I don't know. What are you doing? And I'd just be honest. I'd be like, I'm watching The Simpsons. What are you doing? They'd be like, I'm on the computer. I'd be like, cool. You on the computer a lot? I talk about anything, know. Just communication is about getting used to hearing somebody's voice and talking to them and just keeping the conversation going. And honestly, you could talk about stupid stuff. I would talk about how beach bathrooms are really dirty. I would, I like Gilmore Girls. I've never seen it. What's Gilmore Girls about? Like, I just
keep them talking.
Just keep them talking, keep asking questions. And by having those stupid conversations, and you can do this in text message too, by having stupid, silly low impact, non-stressful conversations, you can actually find out a lot about a person.
Absolutely.
And that is like half the process of dating is just getting to know somebody and figuring out if they're cool, if they think
Learning
you're
what
cool.
they like.
Yeah, if you guys have stuff in common. So I wouldn't rush to ask her to meet up.
No.
I would more focus on just getting to know her and get to know her over text message.
Yeah, because then you can determine if you even want to meet up in the end anywhere.
Yeah, she might be.
She might suck.
Yeah, she might suck. She might be a crazy person. And then you have met up and you're like, oh my God,
fuck.
I wish I wasn't here right now.
And then you can never go to that sandwich shop again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So keep it casual.
That's
I
worst
wouldn't.
case.
Yeah, that would be worst case scenario. I wouldn't rush too much to hang out with her too soon. I would just try to get the friendly banter going. Because here's the thing. Clearly, she likes you.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part when you meet somebody is figuring out if they are interested in you or not. She wrote a number on the napkin and said, call me.
Yeah.
So she's into you. I would just do some lighthearted banter with her and see where that goes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I
Will you
might
call
check
us back
in the
and give
future.
us an update next week on how it goes?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll
Awesome.
give you the progress report.
Cool. Excellent. Well, let me, all right. Yeah. I don't want to ask too many questions. I'll just wait for the progress report.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Heartslayers.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Anu.
thank
Good
you.
luck. Rooting for you. Okay, everybody, we're going to take another email here. This one reads, Dear Heartslayers, hey guys, I'm a very shy individual and sometimes I can get oblivious when it comes to signals from a relationship standpoint. To start off, there's a girl I met at game days a few years ago. Nice. She was one of the first friends I made there and was very kind and talkative to me. I tried to go right for the three-pointer and asked if she was in a relationship, which she was.
Bummer.
And actually, her boyfriend was with her at game days. Ooh,
Awkward.
see obliviousness. So yeah, totally not the smart thing to do. Anyway, I met a lot of awesome people and I kept in touch with them over the years via various social media platforms, etc. She is presumably going to game days this year, as am I. The question is, do I try asking her out again? Should I instead just be her friend? I really like this girl for who she is and for her looks too. I can't tell if she feels the same way or is interested in me at all. I don't want to jeopardize the friendship I currently have with her, but how do I truly find out without getting her uncomfortable? Like, I'm afraid to ask her to directly if she likes me that way for fear of losing the friendship, because they can think I am a creep or something. They being women.
Yeah.
I am also aware that this could be a long-distance relationship if it were to ever happen. I know Derrick abhors long-distance relationships. To me, it's very challenging to mistake kindness or good talk or gesture as an interpretation for them liking me or having interest in me that way. I've struggled with it for many, many years and can't seem to understand the concept. Thanks, you two. Anonymous.
Love
So,
that game days.
heck yeah. Met a girl at game days. Awesome.
I love hearing about
Liked
that.
her. She was cool. Do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, my boyfriend's standing right here. And he's like, yeah, I'm her boyfriend, punk. Now she's going back to game days. So are you. You want to ask her out again. What the email doesn't say is
If she has a boyfriend.
is she still in the relationship
Yeah,
or not?
that's what I need to know.
Yeah.
But personally, I think even if she is not in a relationship, I'm not sure if it'd be a great idea to ask, like, hey,
Yeah.
want to go for this again?
Yeah, see, and this is what this emailer struggles with. How do I know when somebody likes me or doesn't like me? And the answer, you're not going to be happy with it.
No.
For a long time, you're just not going to know. The way relationships work, it's like a scale, and it tips back and forth constantly. It's, I like this guy. Huh, he likes me. He likes me. Well, now I don't know if I like him anymore. Now that he likes me,
Yeah.
and I like him, maybe he'll like me too much. Oh, he's pulling back. Maybe he doesn't like me. Wait a
Yeah.
second. Hold on. I did like him.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to flirt more.
Yeah, it's not as simple as like kindergarten, like, I like you.
Yeah.
I like you too. Okay.
And a lot of times somebody does like you and then you go, so you like me? And they go, no.
No, fuck no.
And then you go, oh, well,
well,
I thought
I don't
she
like
liked
you
me.
anyway.
Yeah. And then it's
Whatever.
this weird, like, resentment. Like, well, I didn't, like exactly what Meg said. I didn't like you anyways. And so the best thing to do is to just assume that she does like you, but that may or may not signify that she's going to be in a relationship with you anyways.
Right.
Assume that she does like you, but don't assume she's going to want to date you.
Yeah, because I think if you tried to ask her out, especially kind of again,
Yeah.
it would totally blow the friendship because she would think like, oh, well, he's only been friends with me because he's interested in me.
Yeah. What you have to do is kind of draw that affection out of her by being awesome, by being cool. Just step one, be awesome and be cool.
Yeah.
Just on your own personal level, be a happy person, be a fun-loving person.
Yeah.
That is generally attractive. Once, a girl sees that, there's a checklist of, am I going to date this person? And the first thing on the checklist is, are they a cool, happy person?
Yeah.
If they're not, it doesn't matter how attractive you are or if you have the hobbies in common or anything like that, because she's going to be like, well, he seems kind of like mopey, so that's step one. Step two, you have to flirt with her. You have to indirectly let her know that you like her.
Oh, yeah. God, I've been in so many situations with guys where I'm like, oh, are they being friendly or are they flirting with me?
Yeah.
And it gives me that confusion, but it's kind of like a good confusion because it makes me question, like, well, do I flirt back?
Yeah, that confusion at the same time, it kind of makes you nervous, like, oh, but it also makes you excited.
Yeah.
In your brain, you start going like, okay, hold on a second. Wait,
Like, what is this?
this person could potentially be into me. Ooh. And,
Yeah.
and you start thinking about that person a lot more.
Yeah.
And you start stirring the cauldron of love within their heart.
Yeah.
If you just flat out come out and say like, I think you look hot and I like you. They're going to be like,
hey, date me.
oh, this is awkward because,
Ooh.
yeah.
My
What-
boyfriend's right here.
Yeah, what you want to avoid is making her feel like you have an expectation that she needs to live up to.
Yeah.
If she feels like this guy is expecting me to act a certain way, everybody will rebel against that. It's human nature when you're first getting to know somebody to kind of reject the expectations.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be, just what's the word? The word isn't easy, but in a way it is.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody wants their relationships to feel organic.
Yeah. People enjoy the chase.
Yeah.
So be happy, be confident, be a fun-loving person that anybody would be attracted to, and then flirt with her and let her know, like, everybody here probably wants to be with me, but I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
But you can't come right out and say that.
And just flirting, there's no expectations with flirting because if she's not flirting back with you, then okay, she just wants to be friends.
Yeah. And now let's unpack flirting a little bit because people out there are probably thinking like, you can't just flirt. What are you going to say? Nice boobs?
I was going to say nice tits.
Yeah. No, flirting is, there's no textbook for
No.
flirting, but it's just being playful and complimenting the person.
Yeah.
And
Poking a little bit of fun.
you can poke a little fun at them. But also sometimes when they are, when they're up too high, you poke a little fun at them. When they're down too low, you raise them up with a compliment.
Yeah, absolutely.
If somebody's like, I don't know if this dress looks good, you'd be like, that dress looks fucking hot.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. But then if they walk in and they're like, this dress looks fucking hot, you'd be like, yeah, for a homeless person. You have to gauge the situation.
Yeah.
That's flirting, and it's not, you don't want to say anything that's going to make the person feel like uncomfortable or that
Totally.
like you've been staring or stalking at them for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So keep it light, keep it positive, and keep it fun. Don't ask her if she wants to date you
No.
or has feelings for you. Let her discover that she has feelings for you.
Yeah.
She may have feelings for you, but she doesn't realize it. Or she's afraid to express it.
Yeah.
So make her feel comfortable. And that's another thing with flirting. You say these things and people feel like, oh, he says, it's not like, it makes them feel more comfortable to open up to you.
Absolutely.
Because you say these things that kind of elicit an emotional response in them, and they feel like, oh, this guy, like, he's making me feel stuff. And he's kind of like opening up to me a little bit.
Yeah, and then they feel more comfortable around you.
Yeah, in a certain subtle way, you're revealing some true feelings and emotion to that person through the flirting, and it makes them feel comfortable to reveal some stuff back to you. Yeah. And you go back and forth a little bit, and before you know it, it's nighttime on game one, on night one of game days.
Yeah.
And you guys are alone in a romantic area, and sparks fly and magic happens.
Yeah.
That's our advice to you, anonymous emailer. Thank you for the email. We'll see you at game days.
Yeah.
Good luck. All right, everybody, that's our show for today. We want to thank all the callers and emailers for their questions. Hey, we also want to thank everybody who supports us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Mega64. For just $1, you get access to all these Heartslayers episodes 1 or sometimes 2 weeks early.
Yeah.
Lately, we've been putting 2 episodes up on the Patreon, and that, as I always say, gives you the competitive edge in all of your relationships. We also appreciate everybody who watches and supports us on YouTube, especially everyone who leaves a comment. If you have your own take on any of the situations that we covered today, please leave them in the comment section. I read all the comments. I was reading comments just this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Any good ones?
There were a lot of good ones, actually.
Yeah.
People are getting really thoughtful with their comments. At first, people were like, I disagree, these guys are stupid.
Yeah.
But now it's like a couple paragraphs of people
Yeah.
really like investing some time in what they say. So
Love that.
we're building a little Heartslayers community in the comment section on YouTube. If you want to get more updates about Heartslayers, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're Heartslayers.
Yes.
You can call us Mondays at 4 p.m. on the Heartslayers Discord, bit.ly/Heartslayers. And the final plug, our personal social media. Meg is
At Furnace Woods.
Twitter and Instagram. I am Gustavo on Twitter. I am Derrick Acosta only on Instagram. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves.
Goodbye.
Bye.